world champions of the present. Marissa Shields in the building.
Jake Paul and Andrew Tate's chance encounter in New York on December 14th erupted into chaos after months of tension. Jake's provocative insults pushed Andrew over the edge, sparking a fiery street altercation. The clash, unplanned but explosive, left New York buzzing, as Andrew's prior warning seemed to foreshadow the dramatic confrontation that no one saw coming.
Reality check. This is the hardest sport in the world, and people dedicate their lives to this, and most of them never get a payday. It never pays off for the majority of fighters who would.
Jake Paul has built a career on controversy, whether challenging combat sports icons like Mike Tyson or cherry-picking opponents to pad his undefeated record. But December 14th was different. This wasn't just a call-out, it was Andrew Tate, a four-time kickboxing world champion worth $710 million, confronting Jake on a bustling street. Tate's bold move made it clear, this was personal, and he had something to prove.
If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living out of a goofy, entitled dickhead like you. You know my name, Andrew Tate. Google it if you want to know.
For those unaware, Andrew Tate never does things halfway. This wasn't a casual meetup or a quick Twitter jab. Tate confronted Jake Paul in a public street, surrounded by fans with smartphones ready to capture every moment. It was a bold, unapologetic reality check. As for Jake, his usual bravado faded fast. If confidence had a volume knob, Tate turned his all the way down. The scene was unforgettable.
Go. Work. Come on, Marcus. Keep going. Work.
Come on, fight.
Make it. Hey. 50 seconds. Come on, 20 seconds to walk. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, work.
Jake Paul thrives on confidence, whether trash-talking opponents or flexing for 20 million followers. It's his brand's lifeline. But against Andrew Tate, his confidence wavered. Tate wasn't a random opponent Jake could brush off or a hand-picked challenger his team arranged. This was Andrew Tate, a figure Jake couldn't easily dismiss with his usual bravado.
Yeah, he'll never do that, though. He knows. He knows way.
One, he's under contract. And two,
he's not his own boss.
And two, he won't do it. He knows better. He might
and it's funny to say, like, yo, Conor McGregor is scared of Jake Paul and will never box.
Jake's body language said it all. Tate didn't need to shout or fight, his towering presence and calm composure spoke volumes. Jake, usually fearless and quick-witted, seemed utterly out of place. The loudmouth, known for his sharp comebacks, was silent, a sure sign the situation had turned against him.
I'm one of the lucky ones. I made a little bit of money. I don't have 50 million to bet with you, but I do have 3 million to bet with you. So this is your offer. $3 million. You put 3, I put 3. Winner takes all. I'm 5 years out the ring. I'm a kickboxer.
Tate's decision to confront Jake wasn't impulsive, it had been building for months. Jake Paul, known for calling out past their prime legends while avoiding real challenges, struck a nerve. For Tate, a lifelong combat sports enthusiast, watching this strategy was maddening. Jake's insult, calling him a washed-up fighter, was the breaking point that pushed Tate to act.
When you see some of these crossover fights, obviously I know that you and Jake Paul have had your disagreements. Do you think that Jake's gotten better as a boxer?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And listen, what Jake Paul has accomplished is he's fighting old guys.
Yes.
He's fighting, all he fights are old guys and whatever. But listen, say what you want, he wins. And he makes money. So he's doing his thing. You know?
Tate didn't approach Jake for clout, he doesn't need it. It wasn't about money either, Tate's wealth is well established. His goal was clear, to make a statement. Respect in combat sports isn't earned through followers or trash talk but by facing real competition, something Jake has avoided. Tate came to remind him what true respect means.
Jake Logan, you Tristan, who comes out alive?
You know what? I'm trying so hard to not start internet beefs. I'm really trying not to.
You could say Jake and Logan, man.
Bro,
don't worry about it.
No, I can't lie. But I'm going through life. I'm trying to live peaceful now. I've got Fed agents in my house. Matrix is after me. I'm just trying to live peaceful. But of course, I have absolute faith in myself and my brother, and I know what we've been through, and I know the kind of.
December 14th started as an ordinary day until it wasn't. On a crowded street surrounded by fans and onlookers, Andrew Tate made his move. Phones were out, cameras rolling, and within minutes, the footage flooded social media. Hashtags like hashtag TVPA, hashtag JakePaulExposed, and hashtag #RTheGame began trending, turning the moment into an internet sensation. This wasn't a staged PR stunt or a gimmick for engagement. The tension was undeniable as Jake struggled to regain composure, sarcasm, forced laughter, and his trademark smirk failing him. This wasn't a roast or promotional show, it was Andrew Tate delivering a raw, unfiltered message, and the impact was as real as the moment itself. Jake Paul's persona thrives on being untouchable, the underdog who defies odds and silences critics.
I live in the real fucking world, Jake. There's a whole bunch of fighters out here who live in the real fucking world. Men who are dangerous and dedicated their lives to this sport and don't have a fucking fraction of the money you have because you managed to become a fucking clown.
Yet, faced with Andrew Tate, his confidence seemed to falter. The usual bravado that defines his career disappeared, leaving him exposed in a way few had seen before, challenging his carefully crafted image. Tate didn't need to do much. His mere presence, with his towering physique and kickboxing experience, was enough. Jake Paul, visibly shaken, tried to clap back, but for once, his words fell flat. This wasn't a game he could talk his way out of. As soon as the footage hit the internet, Jake's ego was crushed. Memes flooded Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, mocking his brave persona. From comparing him to a kid scolded by their dad to outright ridicule, the internet had a field day. Jake's attempt to save face failed miserably, while Andrew Tate's fan base grew rapidly. Even people who weren't die-hard fans of Tate couldn't help but respect the move. The online response made it clear, Tate had won this round.
You know what, if I made my money impressing 4-year-olds on YouTube and managed to somehow become a multimillionaire from it, I'd probably live in a dream world too. But let me explain something to you about combat sports. There are a whole bunch of men out here who will never be as famous as you, will never make the money you've made, who would kick the living fuck out.
The debate raged on. Was Tate right to publicly call out Jake, or was it just two egos clashing for attention? Regardless of opinions, one thing was clear, this controversy wasn't going to die down anytime soon. This wasn't just a fight between two individuals, but a clash of ideologies. Jake Paul represents the new era of combat sports, where clout often trumps skill, focusing on viral moments.
Boxer on the planet is Jake Paul. Why? I mean, who's doing it? I mean, if Mike Tyson says, let's do this, are you down? 100%.
I'm gonna make Mike my girlfriend.
Would you fight Mike Tyson? Again, no, because he's now old, and I would be an absolutely tragic shame to knock out an old version of his prime self. That doesn't feel fair. Prime Tyson would have ripped me apart in a boxing match, so to beat him when he's past his prime feels dishonorable, and I'd feel dirty for doing that. So there's no amount of money on the planet that could convince me to fight.